It's episode 2 of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle. We'll recap a couple of home victories for UNCW, including a big win Monday night against rival East Carolina. Our Pepsi Player Profile introduces you to Big Pat, Patrick Wessler, here today. We'll also give out our weekly awards and look ahead to a road game for UNCW in the second annual Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic. All that coming up right now.
Gets a screen from Wessler. Stutter dribble, drives in, spins. Far sideline in the left corner. It's May. High arcing three. Knocks it in. Ross driving left baseline and dunking it against the defense.
Well, UNCW, a couple of home victories to recap here in this week's show. Mike Vaccaro alongside the coach, Takeo Siddle. And Coach, before you got back home, it was that tough setback on the road at Kent State. But historically under you, and this program has learned well and rebounded well. What was your message to your kids heading into that game with Upstate?
Well, first, Mike, I thought that game was really good for us. Taking that loss was probably the best thing that happened to us, because it highlighted some areas that we needed to grow in. And the most important thing from that was just being able to play as a team. Not a high assist game, and so from that point we were talking about out-teaming our opponent. We were able to get back, watch a lot of film, learn from it, and I thought from that game to the next one, I thought we grew a little bit, and certainly going into our fourth game, we grew a little bit more.
Yeah, you called the win against Upstate a team victory, and physical game here, and you guys got to the free throw line. That was a big factor, 21 of 28 from the stripe against the Spartans, but a team win, that's nice to have early on.
Right, and this is what, we have some really talented players, so I don't want to say we don't have star players, but we have a lot of them, and we have to use that to our advantage. We don't need a guy trying to get 20 points a game. We need 4 or 5 guys averaging double figures and just beating teams by committee. And so that's what we've been preaching. We're starting to become more of that, and we need to really, really work towards that even more.
And when you have some of the injuries you have right now, you've got to be kind of balanced with the 7 or 8 guys that you're playing.
Yeah, that's the message for sure. I think we have 7 guys that are playing pretty good basketball. Very excited about McCoy's development here as we keep going through the season. But we have to be 7 guys, 8 guys strong, and we have to beat teams by out-teaming them.
Well, they certainly were strong on Saturday. UNCW, USC Upstate. Let's take a look at the highlights from Trask Coliseum.
The line to Walsh. He'll drive it left. He's stuck in the paint. Bounce pass nicely to Madison Durr, who lays it up but in. He saw the defense collapse. Durr with the cut and the bucket to make it 6-4. Sideline May drops it off to Hodge around the screen. The 3 on the way is good for Nolan Hodge. First points of the game, 9th 3 of the season for Hodge. Almost travels, stays in bounds, spins baseline with the left hand off the glass and good as Wessler scores for the first time. Williams down the far sideline. Williams trying to go coast to coast. He does, around and through. Hands it off to Hodge. Hodge drives it left, spins back, fades away from 10, around and through for Nolan Hodge. Moves left, spins and throws it away right to Ross. Ross 1-on-1 down the court with Atkins. Redirects with a shot and able to score at the glass. It out to Hodge, right back to Ross. Ross spins baseline with the shot clock, spins back, left hand shot. Look, half hook there for Noah Ross. The shot clock no good, rebound Ross, 2 seconds, 1 second and a half. Williams 3 at the buzzer! Off the feed from Ross, Greedy Williams hits a wild 3, and that's how the half will end with the Seahawks leading by 13. Comes, kicks it out to May. Shot fake, he'll penetrate, flips it up with the left hand and connects. Christian May. Walsh had the inside position there for a moment. Bounce pass out to May. May's 3 rattles home. He's starting to feel it in double figures for the first time this season. He's got 11. May inside to Walsh, gathers it in. Reverse layup is good around Nick Book for Gavin Walsh. Walsh gets it away to Durr. Durr near sideline. Durr will drive it in. Hang banks it in. Madison Durr coast to coast. Madison Durr gets a screen from Walsh. She'll use it, drives it in, floats it up and in. Just a little space needed from that screen. Clock defended out front. 2 at the buzzer. The 3 is good for Nolan Hodge as he points to his head coach. Williams defended by Smith. Drives it left all the way in. Nobody cut him off, and he lays it off the glass in double figures as Williams.
Oh, they don't see him.
Williams, 3 seconds, drives in, and it's off the glass and good. They just spread the floor so much.
Well, UNCW, the bounce-back victory, 73-60, the final score here against Upstate. 4 in double figures. Madison Durr off the bench with 16. Coach, he had a nice game, not just 16 points, shot well, 4 of 7, and he got to the stripe where he was 8 of 11. It's nice to have that offense coming off the bench.
Yeah, man, he's like having a starter coming off the bench. Extremely aggressive, getting to the paint. What he's starting to do more of now is make the right read, reading gaps and stuff like that. But he's a dynamic guard. You know, he's a weapon coming off the bench for us for sure.
Gavin Walsh struggled at Kent State. Here in this game, 11 rebounds. One of your leaders obviously on the glass. He got the toughness chain as well.
Yeah, it's not all about scoring, Mike. And it's about you just being who you are. He was one of the top rebounders in the country last year. He defended his tail off in that game. He rebounded his tail off in that game. And I thought he had one of the best games out of anybody on our team.
So again, UNCW now 2-1 on the season, heading into the matchup Tuesday night with ECU. We'll take a break. We'll have highlights from that game in Trask Coliseum. Stay with us.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus up to $6,900 in total savings on select 2025 F-150 trucks.
Hey, grab me one too.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be.
It's so easy. Get out your own way.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new Spicy Chicken Sandwich, Hot Ham and Cheese, Hand-Breaded Chicken Tender Wrap, or Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger. Mix and match any two, with fries and a drink, just $5.99.
Well, Coach, again, you get the win against USC Upstate. The next opponent, the rival East Carolina in town, Tuesday night in Trask Coliseum. And this is a team with some size, and their big guy, Emma Juru, their leading scorer, averaging 20, almost 11 points. Obviously, you saw that in the scout report. You did a nice job and really shut him down. What was the key?
It was going to have to be by committee. You know, post defense is not just one guy. Our guards pressuring the basketball and playing personnel. Our bigs doing their early work and fighting, giving him different looks, making sure we don't give him anything easy around the rim with 2 feet in the paint. I thought when he caught the basketball, we swarmed him. I thought our primary defender did a really good job keeping him out of the paint. I thought it was a complete team effort on him. I thought we wore him out with our pace, got him in foul trouble a little bit. So there's a lot of factors that went into it, but it was a complete team thing.
Offensively, shot at a high clip because you passed at a high clip. 19 assists, leading to 25 made baskets. That's high-level basketball offensively.
Yeah, I can't draw it up any better. You know, when you talk about out-teaming your opponent on offense, it's in the stat sheet. You know, that's who we need to be more of. If we can continue to be that, it's going to be tough for people to guard us.
Tough for people to guard Christian May in this game as well. He was hot, 22 points, 20 in the second half. At what point did you see him heating up and start to draw some things up for him?
Yeah, he, when he got in foul trouble early in the first half, I was just on him about staying engaged in the game, staying connected to the game. And, he hit a couple. And that was one of the best performances I've seen in a long time in Trask. He got hot. The guys kept finding him, and it was a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, 6 threes in the game for Christian May. Electric atmosphere in Trask Coliseum as well. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Keeps it. 6 on the shot clock, now 5. Off to Ross. 3. Knocks it in with 3 on the buzzer.
Boy, if Ross gets off quickly, that's a good sign for the Seahawks.
Durr into the game for the first time for UNCW. Has it out front. Goes around the screen from the board. Drives and banks in the shot as he attacked Emajuru. So the instant offense continues for Madison Durr, the Monmouth transfer off the bench. The score. 13:45. Wessler gathers it, drives it off the glass and good with the left hand attacking Emajuru. Like ECU in the zone for the first time. Off to Hodge. Hodge in the wing. The shot is good in front of the ECU bench. Williams kicks it out to Walsh. Feet set. 3 straight on is good. And we're tied at 22. Just for ECU. Durr. Right side. Ross. Ross in the corner. The 3 is good. They've done a great job recognizing the zone and passing that ball.
Not a shot yet tonight.
Off to Hodge. Hodge 3. Good on net for Nolan Hodge in double figures with 12. Or excuse me, with 6 rather. For ECU after a couple of trips on the floor in zone. Williams 3 is all net. Greedy Williams. Over. Williams to Walsh. Straight on 3 is all net. Gavin Walsh. His second 3 after starting 0 for 5 on the season. Driving it left. Reverses his dribble. Down low to Ross who dunks it. A great design play coming out of the timeout. Ross with 11. The Seahawks lead 42-28. Bounce pass to Ross. Ross jab step, frees him up. The 3 is good. His third 3 of the ball game. Into the paint, spins. Gets some separation. Blocked by May. Brought away by Walsh for UNCW. Williams drives it in, finds the cutter, Walsh, and the layup is good for Gavin Walsh.
So they run the play down low with the big guy for East Carolina out of the lineup, opened up the lane, attacked the rim.
19-2 run in the first half. May corner 3 off the feet from Durr, and he hits it out of timeouts.
Seahawks have worked the clock.
May drives, attacks, and a shot good for Christian May as he went right at Reed Kaysen that time.
Push it.
Durr to May, steps back, 3, net. Nothing but net there for Christian May. The backcourt. The race down the floor against Culker, puts on the brakes, takes the 3, and he knocks it in! Oh, May! A big game for May with 13 now, 3 threes for ECU. The pitch ahead, far sideline. Bailey drives, blocked away out of bounds on the baseline by Ross as he struts a little bit toward the ECU fans and the Seahawk fans above them. Good rebound, Ross, or Hodge rather, down the floor now. Oh, a nice feed. Williams to Wessler, who slams it home. So the rebound gives to Williams, keeps it away from the defense. He's got Bailey on his hips, drives through, steps through, lays it off the glass, and a timeout for, I believe, ECU here with 10:31 to go. Inside Trask Coliseum. May. Asking for a screen from Wessler. He'll get it. As he'll take the 3, and he'll hit the 3. Boy, Christian May, a breakout offensive game for him. It off to May. May steps back. 3 on the way. Is all net again. Christian May salutes his coach on the way down the floor. Floor to Durr. Back to May. Can he do it again? Yes, he can!
He was brought into the program to do just that. And tonight we're seeing not just a flash, we're seeing the coming out party.
Impressive win, 85-60 the final score for UNCW. They used a 19-2 run in the first half to really take control of this game. And again, everybody contributed. I think everybody did something well, even to the point you look at McCoy Mabor, the minutes he gave you off the bench were huge.
They were huge, Mike. Having a backup to Patrick a solid backup that can just come in and give a different look is so important for our team. It's an X factor. If he can build on that, it's only going to make us better. So very proud of him, very proud of the guys. We just have to continue to get better.
I mentioned the 22 for Christian May. How about a near double-double for Greedy Williams? Coach, 9 points, a career-high 10 assists in this game. Again, he has continued to flourish now in year 2 in this system.
Yeah, just doing a little bit of everything. He's an elite passer, Mike. Elite passer. He's a proven scorer. But, you know, in the game, one of my assistants yelled out to me, he's 1 point away from a double-double. Do I want to put him back in? He'll get it at some other point. But just, you know, one of the best guards in this league. He's growing every day. He's working his tail off and taking ownership in the program. So I'm very proud of Greedy.
Yeah, certainly a great game for him and for the Seahawks as well. Now 3-1 on the season is UNCW after a very impressive win against ECU. We'll take another timeout. On the other side, it's Big Pat. Patrick Wessler is our profile today. We'll have that coming up next.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
Hi, my name is Dr. Claude Jarrett with Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, here for your Medical Minute on UNCW's campus. Here in Wilmington, we are fortunate enough to enjoy a lot of sports and outdoor activities. One of the more common injuries that we see this time of year are wrist fractures. The 2 most common type of wrist fractures are distal radius and scaphoid fractures. Both successfully can be treated. However, prevention is always the best. When possible, it's good to remember how to fall. You want to be able to tuck and roll. When you're falling, be aware of your surroundings as well. With Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, our job is to help patients avoid long lines and expected cost of emergency rooms. We're able to tackle many orthopedic injuries such as acute traumas, fractures, and sprains.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Joey and Hannah here from your local Window World. Window World products are hurricane tough.
Today we have a special guest to put our windows to the test. UNCW's Sammy Seahawk. How about we start with 60 miles per hour?
Sounds good to me.
70?
Let's do it.
How about an 80 mile per hour fastball?
Won't be a problem.
Window World.
Built hurricane tough.
Hey, I'm TJ Carter, 2006 CAA Tournament MVP and Proud Alum. Being a part of a winning culture taught me that success takes communication, trust, and teamwork. That's exactly what I bring every day at Southeast Mortgage. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or renovating your existing home, my team and I are here to guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll make your home buying journey a slam dunk. So why wait for overtime? Take the shot, call me today, or visit my website below.
Coach, you had great size last year. You continue the trend this season, and this man, Patrick Wessler, is a big part of that. Obviously, the Virginia Tech transfer, he's mixed in well and done a nice job here early on this season.
Yeah, Mike, the thing about Patrick is he's such a coachable kid, such a great kid, comes from a great family, but he hasn't played a lot in college. Somebody that I've known about for a long time, but he hasn't played a lot in college. And so as a coach, you get excited about that because he loves basketball and he loves the process of getting better at it. So he's only scratching the surface of what he's going to be this year. That makes me very excited as a coach.
Yeah, he's a North Carolina kid coming back home, and you see some good things. Not only the size, but he keeps that ball high and he recognizes he's got a pretty good touch as far as passes as well to pass out of the post.
Yeah, very similar to Harlan. You know, I thought Harlan was a good passer. Harlan took more risks than Patrick does. Patrick will be a guy that's 1-to-1 assist turnover ratio because he passes the basketball so well and he's got such great feel. But we're going to need him to dominate on the glass. That's what I've been on him about, trying to be one of the best rebounders in the country. And so we're going to keep on trying to pour into that with him. And, you know, Patrick's best basketball is ahead of him.
Yeah, he's been one of the best rebounders so far in the conference this season. Kagan Jackson sits down now at Wessler. He is our Pepsi player profile.
This week on the player profile, we have from Matthews, North Carolina, Big Pat Wessler, Virginia Tech transfer. Pat, we'll start off with this. So your dad, Kurt, longtime high school basketball coach. What is it like growing up as the son of a coach?
I mean, for me, he was just kind of like, he was way harder on me than everyone else. So I think it just kind of instilled in me like a sense of like being a perfectionist and just really like fine tuning my game in that way.
All right, so you and I talked about this recently. Walk us through your recruiting visit, because I think it's kind of a funny story.
So basically, I was here, I got here, I came in on the flight, I walked into dinner.
Well, hold on. Tell everybody who picked you up from the airport.
Okay, Kagan picked me up from the airport.
So we were buddies from the jump.
Yeah, absolutely. So then when I got to the airport, Kagan picked me up, we drove to Ruth's Chris for dinner, and when I got there, Madison and Gavin were already there. They were on the back end of their visit, and I had literally been I'd just met the coaches in person for the first time. I'd been there for about 10 minutes, and they both stood up and committed at the dinner. And so I was just like, I didn't really know what to do. And it was really, honestly, kind of awkward for a while. But, you know, it ended up working out. So I guess it was just a, you know. It was
a little awkward at first.
Yeah, it was.
Just kind of sat there like.
It was a little awkward. I didn't really know what to do. But then, you know, I went through the visit. I loved it. And here we are.
And I also want the record to show that this guy, there's a whole spread at Ruth's Chris, and there's like a side dish of, I think it was macaroni and cheese, and this guy eats the entire side dish, doesn't share it with anybody, just goes to town on it. I do want the record to show that. But I was like, I loved this guy from the jump. I knew I was going to like him. So I want to talk about, you played at a high level in high school. You played at Combine. You played in the ACC. Tell me, what are some of the toughest places you've played?
I mean, definitely like the obvious ones like Duke and UNC. I mean, obviously Cameron is really tight, and then UNC is just, there's so many people. But being from Virginia Tech, UVA was also a big one. John Paul Jones is a really good arena. And obviously, I mean, that's a rivalry game, so there's a lot of hate there.
Who are some of the best players you've played against? High school and college?
College, I would say probably, for me, whenever time someone asks me that, I always think of Armando Bacot, because when I was a freshman, we were at UNC. I hadn't really played much that year, but I kind of got thrown in the fire because of foul trouble, and I mean, he cooked me. I mean, what can I say?
Bacot is I've seen him in person too. We played against him. I don't think you realize that is a big body.
That's
a strong dude.
He's a big man, and freshman me was not ready. So I think him, but.
Welcome to the ACC.
Yeah, exactly right. And then I'm trying to think. Nigel Pack from Miami. He cooked us a couple times. There's just a bunch of really good players.
All right, final question. Everybody's getting asked this one. You got to pick one staff member and one manager. You got to have somebody to buy you a bucket at the end of the game. Who are you picking?
Manager, I got to go Mav. I keep
James.
Yep, I keep hearing about how tough Mav is, and he played D3 ball too. Yes. So I'd go with Mav, and then coach. I'd probably go with Ponder, because
Who else?
I mean, he's on the wall,
Yeah, he is. He's on the culture wall.
Right.
All-time leader in games played. I'm pretty sure. Double check me on that, Craig. But yeah, I mean, Craig and Mav. That's probably your two best answers. Okay, this has been Pat Wessler on this week's Player Profile. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Fact. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus up to $6,900 in total savings on select 2025 F-150 trucks.
Hey, grab me one too.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be.
It's so easy. Get out your own way.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new Spicy Chicken Sandwich, Hot Ham and Cheese, Hand-Breaded Chicken Tender Wrap, or Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger. Mix and match any two, with fries and a drink, just $5.99.
Time for the Wilmington Health Play of the Week. We go back to Monday night. He was on a heater. Christian May provides us our Play of the Week.
Floor to Durr. Back to May. Can he do it again? Yes, he can!
He was brought into the program to do just that. And tonight we're seeing not just a flash, we're seeing the coming out party.
Again, Christian May, our Wilmington Health Play of the Week. Coach, again, what a performance. 6 threes in that second half. 20 of his 22 points coming in half number 2. I mean, this is a kid that, as you said, a couple years ago, he was this kind of shooter, and now he's coming back around with you.
Yeah, we've always seen this out of Christian. You know, a guy that really put his head down. He's always worked really hard. But after that Kent State game, he put in some overtime. And he really earned it. When you see high-character kids that care about winning have games like that, you know, it's refreshing as a coach.
So again, it's our Play of the Week. How about our Window World Wilmington High Impact Rebounder of the Week? It is Gavin Walsh, coach for the week, averaged 7 rebounds off of the 11 that he had against USC Upstate. And again, comes in from Binghamton, is one of the nation's best rebounders, and he's starting to do that now here for you.
Yeah, just has a knack for being around the basketball. A guy that rebounds out of his area. He's tough. You know, still trying to figure out his way around here. But that's, you know, one of the things that we need him to do is rebound the basketball at a high level. And as he continues to do that, as some of those guards continue to do that, I want to keep our rebounding margin pretty similar to what we had last year. We were +8. We have to rebound if we want to win.
Yeah, #1 rebounding team in the conference so far this season. We continue on with the weekly awards. Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, and back to Christian May here. Again, you look at the numbers, 16.5 points, almost 55% shooting, 50% from 3. Also averaged 6 rebounds in the 2 games as well. And Coach, I think it go back to a 3 that he had against Upstate. It just seemed like that lifted some weight off his shoulders, and maybe that led to what we saw against ECU.
I think so, Mike. You know, he's a kid that, you know, his confidence needs to stay up. You can see when it drops. His body language drops. So just keeping his confidence up is very important. But I think one thing that I've seen on film and in practices, his defense has increased. His rebounding, like you mentioned, has increased. His overall output with his energy has been really good, and I think that's helped him on the other end.
Yeah, certainly a great addition to UNCW. This week's Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, Christian May. We'll take our final break, look ahead to what's ahead for UNCW, a game on the road, and then the Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic back for a second season. We'll talk about that next.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
Hi, my name is Dr. Claude Jarrett with Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, here for your Medical Minute on UNCW's campus. Here in Wilmington, we are fortunate enough to enjoy a lot of sports and outdoor activities. One of the more common injuries that we see this time of year are wrist fractures. The two most common type of wrist fractures are distal radius and scaphoid fractures. Both are successfully can be treated. However, prevention is always the best. When possible, it's good to remember how to fall. You want to be able to tuck and roll. When you're falling, be aware of your surroundings as well. With Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, our job is to help patients avoid long lines and expected cost of emergency rooms. We're able to tackle many orthopedic injuries such as acute traumas, fractures, and sprains.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Joey and Hannah here from your local Window World. Window World products are hurricane tough.
Today we have a special guest to put our windows to the test. UNCW's Sammy Seahawk. How about we start with 60 miles per hour?
Sounds good to me.
70?
Let's do it.
How about an 80 mile per hour fastball?
Won't be a problem.
Window World.
Built hurricane tough.
Hey, I'm TJ Carter, 2006 CAA Tournament MVP and proud alum. Being a part of a winning culture taught me that success takes communication, trust, and teamwork. That's exactly what I bring every day at Southeast Mortgage. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or renovating your existing home, my team and I are here to guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll make your home buying journey a slam dunk. So why wait for overtime? Take the shot, call me today, or visit my website below.
Welcome back, everybody. Mike Vaccaro back here, joined by Ramondo McCatherine from Live Oak Bank, the sponsor of the Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic coming up this week in Trask Coliseum. And Ramondo, thank you for spending a little time with us. Why is it important for Live Oak Bank not just to partner with UNCW, but with other entities in the community?
Well, first, thanks for having me. UNCW, I mean, we have 200 people at Live Oak Bank that are UNCW graduates. So we love the support that we have here. Love supporting you in all things like this event and also the Business Week with the Cameron School of Business. But this tournament brings thousands of fans to Wilmington, and we hope that they support local businesses and that Live Oak supports them as well.
You were telling me before, Live Oak started in a garage, and now it's 4 or 5 buildings, a campus that you guys have.
Absolutely, yeah. It was founded in Chuck Mahan's garage, and now we have a 4-building campus right behind the mall. So it's grown a lot. It's still growing.
And it's growing in this community as well. You see Live Oak Bank with the pavilion downtown, elsewhere as well. Again, to be part of this community, how important is it?
I mean, it's very important. Like I said, we're the only bank that's headquarters here in Wilmington. So we're the homegrown bank. So we want the community to know that. So we do things outside of UNCW. So we support not only writing a check, but our time as well. So we have a lot of Live Oakers that live, work, and play in New Hanover County, and we love it here.
Yeah, what is the what you guys have? How many employees at Live Oak Bank? How much does it bring to this economy as well as a community?
So the total organization is about a little over 1,000 employees. On the campus, about 700 employees that actually work on the campus.
All right, so again, Live Oak Bank, once again, the Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic coming to Trask Coliseum November 26th, 28th, and 29th. Ramondo, thanks for spending a little time with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, UNCW heads back out on the road. It's Radford coming up on Friday. That game at 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you at 6:45 on 95.9 The Breeze. And, Coach, you get a team like this on your schedule once again. What are you looking to get out of this, and who's their comp maybe in the conference?
Yeah, I'm not sure about their comp, Mike, but I know that they went out and got a lot of transfers, a lot of high major transfers in the portal. Some really good guards that can score the basketball one-on-one. Some bigs that, are athletic, can block some shots at the rim, can finish above the rim. They're deep. So I know we're going to have our hands full. They've been struggling as of late. So they'll be ready to get right. So we have to be ready as we go on the road. And like I always say, you don't know how good you really are until you can win road games. So this will be a good test for us.
Then you're back home, Live Oak Bank Holiday Classic. So the schedule really picks up right now. And again, 7 to 8 guys that you're utilizing. How do you kind of make sure the legs are fresh and ready to go every game?
Yeah, I make sure I lean heavily on my athletic trainer, Andrew Cradler, and Elijah Cuffey, our strength coach. They do a really good job tracking our guys' output. And so I'll lean heavily on them and just kind of have a feel for our guys. The most important thing is making sure they're resting and recovering and, ready to give it all on game night.
All right, so a lot of basketball ahead for UNCW again. Next up at Radford, Friday night, 6:45 our airtime on the Breeze. A lot of basketball, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you, Mike.
For Takeo Siddle, also Riley Nance behind the scenes. I'm Mike Vaccaro. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, another episode of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle.